Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Thursday morning to you all. Hope you guys are doing all right out there this morning. Staying warm. It is very chilly, if not cold, for certain areas out there for a large portion of the central and eastern U.S. So it's going to be a very winter-like day, not really in regards to snow so much, but just a winter chill. Certainly to start off your December. It is December 1st, one of my favorite months of the year, especially if somehow we can get some kind of winter weather out of it. It just makes it that much better. But for a lot of people, Christmas time officially starts today in my household. It certainly started about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, but not everybody's the same. But hopefully, you guys have a great start to your month. And just remember, if you guys set yearly goals, especially with your New Year's resolutions, and you kind of dropped off maybe a few months into the year, halfway through the year, just recently. Don't wait till New Year's, don't wait till that January 1st. Certainly get yourself a kickstart and go on and start now and roll into the new year with some momentum. I think some people get really close to the new year, and I've been guilty of this too. And whatever their goals were, they're just like, you know what, I'm going to put them on hold until January 1st. But if it's goals that you can go on and get a head start on, I encourage you to definitely do that, But anyways, not here to be a motivational speaker or anything, but I do like uplifting others, and I like people uplifting me too. But anyways, here to talk about the weather. Like I said, not a very active day today, so we'll talk about what is going to happen. Stay tuned towards the end of the video. We'll give you some updated model information on what we were kind of hitting on last night, and really that's going to be the main topic in these evening videos until we actually have something to really latch onto, which I feel like we will here in about a week. We'll see if that actually happens. But if you guys have not subscribed, certainly always consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. Appreciate your support. Really looking forward to these next few months breaking down winter weather, winter storms with you guys. So let's get rolling here. If you guys got anything I can pray about, as always, put those in the comments, and I'll pray over it, and I promise you other people will too. So, I want to show you this because it's on the water vapor loop this morning. It's very interesting. I mean, you can actually see the Rockies right here, the clouds shooting off those mountaintops. It's really cool watching this when you can actually see this on satellite, and you can actually see it on water vapor loop. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to actually see where this cold front is. You see this big old draped over area right here? That is the cold front that has cleared most of the eastern U.S. Hasn't quite made it all the way through South Florida. It's always hard to get these fronts any time of the year, but especially in early winter to clear all of Florida. But most people are feeling it. It's very chilly out there, cold, definitely a cold start to December. So let's get rolling here. Watch this in the mornings. I know I don't talk about the West out there, and a lot of people let me know it. I don't blame you guys. But it's a very wintry next few days. It's already been very wintry out west for many areas. The Sierra Nevada, the Rockies, even Seattle, and Seattle's such a kind of a weird city as far as elevation. You can go to one part of the town, it's a few more 100 feet up, and then it's snowing, and then another part of town, and it's just like a rain snow mix or just raining. So there's winter weather advisories up there. There's a lot going on in the western U.S., and I just don't talk about it much, just because hopefully one of these days I can have more time to cover the entire country extensively. I don't want to just graze through certain areas, you know what I'm saying? So as far as the eastern U.S., you got lake effect snow warning still in effect, but these will expire later today. And still the winter weather advisories for a little bit of snow that could swing through the area a little bit later this afternoon. As far as the southeast, quiet day. There's no point really hitting on this too long. The only area that might see a storm is maybe in the Miami area a little bit later this afternoon. This cold front continues to clear. You can actually see the cold front with the storms. See how it's like this, just kind of draped over this area. It's a pretty sharp cold front, guys, but it's a fleeting air mass. The cold air is really not hanging around. It's going to be chilly the next couple of days, but then it's going to start to warm up again. But really, nothing really expected today. Maybe some showers get going just east of Dallas, but pretty quiet day, and this will be later overnight. Up here in the northeast, some snow showers, some lake-enhanced snow might pop off Lake Ontario, and just kind of a snowy morning, maybe early afternoon for the interior northeast. The northern areas of New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. We'll see if some of these flurries can make it all the way to the I-95 corridor. But some of these little bursts of snow could drop, maybe a quick inch of snow. Certainly possible. And this continues and then just kind of tampers off a little bit throughout the overnight hours tonight. But, This might drop a dusting, maybe a quick inch or two, certainly possible with some of these little bursts of snow that move through those areas today. Here's another quick look at it. We'll back it up. But just, really, I would say late morning, some of these little snow showers, snow squalls could be quite intense, could coat the roads really quickly. All right, guys, maybe that was the first sneeze I ever did in my video, but there you go. There you folks go. I couldn't stop that one. Normally I can, but the South Central U.S. today, another just quiet day. Not a whole lot going on. We're done with the severe weather. Like I said, some showers could get going a little bit later overnight in areas of Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas, but not really a big deal at all, guys. It really isn't. North Central U.S., very quiet. There's a system that's going to try to flirt with the western Dakotas a little bit later, but the low pressure scooting through North Dakota. Just a very, very quiet day. Very quiet day. Lake Superior, the snow's going to start to diminish. And let's just go all the way out until a little bit further out until tomorrow morning, and it's just still very quiet. So the temperatures today very chilly. Even the South, high temperatures will be more average compared to maybe January, instead of December 1st. 40s in Tennessee, Kentucky, 50s in Arkansas, 40s and 50s from Missouri. And the Ohio Valley, very chilly day today from Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, the Great Lakes region, 30s, 20s for highs a little bit further north. And it'll be a very cold day in the interior areas of the Northeast, guys. I mean, Pittsburgh will struggle to get above freezing today, and Buffalo same way. And then these interior Northeast areas will not get above freezing today. Certain areas, especially in the higher elevations, will be locked into the teens. But even for the big cities, guys, New York City to Boston, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Baltimore, locked into the 40s and 30s. Even chilly down here for the Southeast. The only area that stays pretty warm and comfortable is Florida. Orlando points south, very nice weather, 70s and maybe even near to 80 in certain areas. So let's briefly go over the model information overnight. Let's take a look at the latest GFS, talking about the potential pattern change. And we'll just look at kind of what's going on. Our next system probably sometime this weekend will swing through some showers. This will be mainly rain for a lot of folks. Mainly rain. This will swing through, kind of be a system like it was last time, like the last system, but without the severe weather. Kind of a rain change in the snow for areas of the Northeast. After we get through this, I really think early next week is when we really start to see how things are going to truly unfold. And we're getting into, December 5th next week. We're rolling through in time. Here comes another system, cold air to the north still. This low pressure tracks through the Ohio Valley, so certainly a cutter. This might bring some snow for the Great Lakes region, areas of the Ohio Valley. We'll watch it. And then after that, this is when the pattern really gets more concrete, more settled in, if you will. And system flies through here. Now we're getting to about 9 to 10 days out. This is not this weekend, but next weekend. Shows a wintry mix for northern VA. Now, this is not a forecast. It just shows you that you even got a piece of energy up here and down here. Do they connect? We don't know. We really don't. But then we even keep going even further, and here comes a big system down here to the south with just enough cold air, and then creates a big-time CAT event for North Carolina, VA, and turns into a significant winter storm for the Mid-Atlantic. And, the snow reaches all the way to Washington, D.C. Now, guys, this is very far out. This is getting into the mid-month time frame. Nothing's reliable, but I can tell you that a lot of people, including me, I really think there could be a Mid-Atlantic threat around the mid-month time frame, around the end of week 2, early week 3 period. The reason I'm not honking the horn on the Northeast is because I think that the storm track is going to be a little suppressed initially. But we'll see what happens here, which is, so, if you live in the Mid-Atlantic, guys, maybe even further south, maybe further north, I would really watch mid-month. I really would. But that goes through, and then after that, who knows? That gets to about 15 days out. The European shows a system, too. We're going through it in time, and here it is. It just shows it a little bit earlier in the time frame. Here comes a system right here. Brings some snow from anywhere from northern Missouri all the way through areas of the Ohio Valley, through VA. And, just kind of shows you that they're starting to become more and more fantasy runs in the long range. And I think we're going to see this more and more. I really do. EPS Ensemble is one of the most reliable model suits out there in the world. Still shows a negative NAO, troughing, cold air, cold front in the east, and then even shows a positive PNA developing ridging in the west, warmer than average temperatures in the west developing. This locks in our cold air, locks in an active storm track. Therefore, we're going to have a storm chance as we get into the second to maybe third week of December. I really do think we're going to be tracking a storm in that range. So we'll see who's going to get what, but I think something active is coming, guys. But we'll continue to figure that out in the evening videos, so stay tuned for those. That's all I got, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. God bless all y'all, and have yourselves a great Thursday.